So after yet another failure with Chinese, investing a lot of my time and effort and sweat and not really getting anything out of it, I was getting frustrated to the point of, hey, I'm just going to move on to something else. This is not for me, right? And I think a lot of people get that as well. I just didn't know where I was with the language. I didn't know how to get to the next step or even what the next step was. And it was basically because I'd never learned a second language before. And that's when it finally hit me. Why don't I stop looking inwards and start looking outwards, start researching how language is actually learned based on the decades of linguistic research that is out there, and also, of course, even better, the actual polyglots of the world, the people that learn languages for a living, these people that as adults who have learned 5, 10, 20 languages, what do they have to say about language learning? And that's when things finally started taking a turn for the better. So applying all this research and all these techniques that we had learned, I had gone from struggling with Chinese to the point of almost giving up to fluent and literate within about a year. So we knew we were onto something good. And
a year later, we both passed the highest level Chinese exam called the HSK 6. In fact, it turned out that despite our rocky starts, we still managed to pass it in around 25% of the average time. It's supposed to take 4 years of full-time study. It took both of us about 2 years of part-time study. I went from struggling with basic phrases and considering giving up on the language completely to fluent and literate in a year. When we had passed that exam together at the same time, we decided to join forces and share our findings through live classes with expats here in Chengdu. We gradually refined the course through hundreds of hours of online classes with people all around the world. Now, 3 years later, we've developed our own entire system for learning Chinese acquisition from beginner to advanced that works for everyone. These methods are now patent pending and they're ready to share with you in video format.